My dear child, I see more than your talents and stamina. I look into the delicate center of who you are. The ache you have treated as routine. I am pausing that rhythm now, offering steady care and a quieter way forward. Nothing about you is hidden from me. I notice the small shifts in your tone, the way your shoulders tighten, the nights you stare at the ceiling wondering if anyone notices. I care about those moments because they reveal the truest version of you, the one I cherish. You learn to keep moving under strain, to advance whatever the cost. I want you to feel again without fearing you will drown. I want hope to return, gentle and steady, grounded in my consistency. I want laughter to rise, not from victory over hardship, but from a free heart, light and at ease. Feeling does not mean drowning. It means allowing waves to pass while you remain anchored. Hope does not demand. It arrives like daylight that slips into a room, certain yet unhurried. Laughter reminds you that your heart still moves. I want your joy authentic, not staged. I want your rest complete, not brief. I want your sense of self rooted in our bond, not in results or applause. That is why this slower season exists. It gives both of us room to address what you pushed aside, the grief left unnamed, the anger you tucked away, the disappointment that lingered when you thought you had moved on. Space is not laziness. It is soil for change. In this open ground, we can name what hurt without rushing past it, and you can learn to breathe differently. This is not regression. It is repair. I am not crushing you. I am pointing out places already cracked so true renewal can take hold, bringing strength that lasts. Repair is quieter than collapse, and its pace may frustrate you. Yet slow work reaches corners a quick fix misses. I am guiding you through layers that took years to form, so it makes sense that restoration also unfolds layer by layer. Trust the unhurried pace. Patience here is not delay for its own sake. It is purpose in motion. You do not have to solve every detail. Simply let me in. I am not unsettled by sharp feelings or old scars. I've carried the weight beside you the whole way. Analysis can be useful, but it often turns into self-defense. Let curiosity replace scrutiny. Open doors that were bolted by fear and allow light to reveal dust you did not notice. You are safe enough now to face what once seemed impossible. And as we explore together, each discovery becomes an invitation to live lighter than before. When you felt alone, I was nearer than breath. Now I draw the pain into the open, not to shame you, but to reveal the lie that it was normal. The quiet heaviness you managed but never shed is not your identity. It is only what hurt tried to assign you. Pain convinced you that endurance was identity. It whispered that heaviness meant depth. I now tell you that depth can exist with ease and that lightness can still be serious. Freedom will feel lighter than you imagined possible. I am bringing back the person you were before the load grew so heavy. I saw every hidden act of mercy, every whispered request for help. I sat with you through nights of tears and mornings where you forced a smile to greet the day. None of those nights were wasted. Each unseen choice built muscles of compassion. Each silent plea became a thread of resilience knitted into your story. I saw, and I still see. Your perseverance, though quiet, has written hope into people you may never meet. That endurance is not weakness. It is depth. It is why your words calm others even when you feel empty. I have been shaping quiet strength within you, away from stages and applause, during hours when you thought no one noticed. Quiet strength does not advertise itself, yet it shapes rooms. When you speak from that place, people lean in without knowing why. The depth formed in shadow will soon guide others toward hope. Influence built this way lasts beyond moments and into memory. I know you still ask why. Why did they leave? Why were your needs unseen? Why did you have to be tough so early? These questions prove your heart remains open. Bring them to me. Questions are bridges, not barriers. They pull you toward dialogue where simple answers might have ended the conversation. Bring every raw phrase, even the ones you think sound ungrateful. I welcome them because they show you trust me enough to be real. Honest questions mark the trail of genuine relationship, not the edge of doubt. I may not give tidy answers. Instead, I will sit with you, offering steady understanding and peace that settles before explanations arrive. Often my reply is simply my steady nearness. Presence does not always explain. It absorbs tension and returns calm. Imagine sitting by a quietly burning fire. Its warmth reaches you even if you do not understand how. My nearness works the same way, drawing out cold and replacing it with steady heat. Allow that warmth to remind you that explanations are optional when companionship is sure. Needing support is not weakness. Feeling deeply is not drama. Wanting someone to notice how you really are is not selfish. These needs mark your humanity, and I have never avoided them. I move toward them so you can live beyond mere survival. Your depth of feeling highlights where life matters most. Your desire to be noticed proves love's design inside you. Honor these needs. They are signals, not flaws. I made space for them. You were built for honest connection, and authentic connection begins with admitting need. You are not a vault for trauma. You are a resting place for calm and light. Let this be a gentle unwinding toward honesty, toward deeper closeness with me. Drop the roles and masks. Let me speak to the side of you nobody asked about. Let me remind you of the one who dances unobserved, cries unhidden, breathes without apology. Nothing about that honest version of you threatens me. On the contrary, it delights me because it tells the truth. The truth spoken plainly frees more than many speeches. You were never meant to trade strength for visibility. I have always seen you. I am tending the parts that were overlooked. Beneath the pain lies promise, waiting for this moment. Promise may sound like an ambitious word, yet it simply describes the future you sensed as a child before disappointment clouded the view. That future still exists. We will uncover it piece by piece. We will dust off dormant interests, revisit places where excitement first sparked, and breathe life into ideas that once seemed beyond reach. Scenes you labeled as endings were only pauses. I care about your comfort, but also about fresh movement and awake purpose. What I began in earlier days still lives. I will finish it. Comfort matters because it settles your inner self, but mission matters because it gives that comfort somewhere meaningful to flow. My commitment spans both. I finish what I start, not because I crave perfection, but because my love is thorough. Completion arrives not as a shout, but as a settled breath that tells you the work is sound. Notice the quiet signs of renewal. They rarely arrive with noise. I prefer patterns of peace, tones of calm. Look around, evidence of recovery is already here. Listen for the sigh that escapes your body when pressure lifts. That is proof. Notice a sudden memory that no longer stings. That too is a clue. Recovery often whispers through these everyday moments. Give attention to these soft signals. Honoring them accelerates change. You will discover that small acknowledgments pave the way for larger shifts. the way clearing a single shelf makes space for an entire room to breathe. When tension once ruled, you now feel pockets of peace. That is one sign. Clarity lights your mind before circumstances change. That is another. People sense something different in you even when you say little. That is me at work. These observations may seem minor, yet they indicate deep adjustments. Trust the small corrections. They gather strength and shape outcomes bigger than today. Small corrections accumulate, turning what was once a detour into a direct route toward purpose. You do not need to push the promise forward. Recognize it is already rising, like morning light that grows without fanfare. Fresh life appears where the ground looked bare, not through your effort but through my quiet care. Morning light does not argue its way into darkness. It simply arrives, and shadows retreat. In the same way, emerging purpose will take shape without drama. Let it. Resist the urge to measure speed. Focus instead on direction. Every bit of growth, however subtle, moves you closer to the horizon we have marked together. Expect small kindnesses, honest encouragement from voices unaware of your journey. Expect doors to ease open. Expect long-forgotten dreams to return, inviting you to believe again. Kind remarks might meet you in halls, notes, or brief exchanges that seem ordinary at first. When they come, pause and breathe them in. They are reminders that goodness still circulates around you. Doors may open quietly, yet their hinges will be smooth. Your job is not to force entrance, but to walk through when welcome is clear. Watch for repetition. I often speak through phrases that echo, through words that meet you more than once, through thoughts that surface in quiet moments. These nudges rebuild your hope piece by piece. Dreams that once felt foolish will soon feel like the next right step. Treat each repeated phrase like a breadcrumb, pointing to something worth exploring. Write it down, sit with it, notice how it connects to previous nudges. Over time, a map will form. Patterns become sentences. Sentences become chapters in the story we are writing. I am guiding you back to promises you shelved, prayers you paused when silence stretched on. I held those requests in safe timing. You will feel a gentle momentum, an inner yes that signals readiness. Momentum will not shout. It will hum beneath your ribs. You may wake one morning and realize the weight of delay has lifted. That's my gentle nudge. When that sensation arrives, do not rush ahead in panic. Simply take the next clear step. Take that step gently, carrying awareness but leaving pressure behind. You will know the moment, not by another's opinion, but by peace settling inside you. You will quit bracing for rejection. Your spirit will say, I was made for this. The moment will meet you. I have kept it for you. Peace may settle like a blanket at dusk, soft but certain. In that stillness, you will recognize readiness not as adrenaline but as settled resolve. Proceed from that place. Readiness will taste like quiet bravery, neither timid nor reckless, but firm confidence that flows without push. Favor is arriving through alignment, people whose voices match your recovery, conversations that fill rather than drain. Watch for these easy crossings. In them, you will feel seen, heard, and safe. Alignment feels like conversation flowing without edits, plans forming without strain. It includes people who carry their own inner health and therefore do not demand yours as payment. Welcome them. These connections are not accidents. They are tailored support for the season ahead. Their presence will reinforce your growth, providing mirrors that reflect progress you cannot yet see in yourself. Some signs come through release. Draining tasks will fade. Duties gripped by fear will loosen. You will stop sustaining what has already ended. That opening creates room for real joy, for clear yeses free of anxiety. When you sense this, trust that I'm saying, let go, I have it. Release can feel like failure at first because you were praised for carrying too much. Remember that letting go is not quitting, it is choosing life. Joy needs room to breathe. Room made by surrender becomes a catalyst for new beginnings. This is not only restoration, it is repositioning. You are not returning to the past. You are stepping into the full design. My signals may puzzle you at first, yet they fit with truth, calm, and the deep desires I placed in you. Believe them. Believe me. You are moving toward completion. Completion is not a circle returning to its start. It is a spiral that rises even while revisiting familiar scenery. Recognize the altitude you have gained. Celebrate progress even when it feels subtle. Altitude is still ascent. My dear child, inner repair has reached the hidden rooms of your heart. You sense early proof of it. I want to show you how to live this way for life, because change is meant to last. The faith you need is quiet and rooted, more about staying than striving. Sustained change grows through ordinary days. Bring this new awareness into those simple rhythms and watch stability root itself. Let patient consistency turn insights into habits and habits into lasting character. What comes next is rhythm, not spectacle. A daily walk shaped by my presence, guided by wisdom, steadied by calm. Keep space open for me, especially when life feels crowded. Begin each morning with stillness. Do not wait for crisis to reach out. Arrive as you are, and I will order the day, giving insight, energy, and peace that you did not expect. I seek sincerity. A few minutes of honest silence often carry more power than an hour of forced devotion. Silence is fertile ground for wisdom. Open my words and let them breathe in you. Take them in as medicine, not assignment. Let them correct with kindness, comfort with depth, rewrite tired patterns. Read slowly. Ask freely. Note what moves you. Truth stored in your heart limits fear's space. Let the words linger on your mind like warm air on skin. Copy a sentence on a scrap of paper and keep it in your pocket. Return to it whenever confusion tries to claim you. Let them settle. Keep prayer honest. Talk to me without pretense. I already know your thoughts. Come before feelings harden. Speak when angry, when numb, when days are too loud or nights too quiet. Invite me into reactions and plans. I will show when to pause, press on, or release. I seek friendship, not performance. Conversation need not be polished. Sighs, groans, even silence count. They signal that you are still present. Your voice may crack or your mind wander. Keep talking. The conversation itself is the bridge that keeps us close. Use praise when heaviness returns. Lift your voice even if emotions lag. Praise does not deny reality. It affirms lasting truth and anchors the mind. Revisit this message again if needed. Speak my name when words run out. Awareness invites my presence. Music shifts the atmosphere inside you. Even a single repeated line can realign a scattered mind. Let sound become a doorway to steadiness. Let the rhythm of praise loosen worry from your chest, the way deep breathing eases tight muscles after a long day. Fast when I nudge you. It need not be dramatic. At times you must set something aside, not because it is wrong, but because it blocks you. It might be noise, comfort, or a habit you leaned on more than you realized. In the space created, I will give fresh insight and depth you cannot reach through distraction. Fasting is simply making space. In that space, you discover what truly fuels you and what only numbs. Choose spaciousness over distraction whenever you can. Guard your surroundings. You have endured too much to let confusion steal peace. Learn what unsettles you and what steadies you. Notice who strengthens your walk and who drains it. I will teach you healthy structures, not for isolation but for focus. Saying no, choosing quiet, choosing rest, these protect what is growing. Your sensitivity is a gift and in this season a strong guide. Guarded space is fertile space. Guard the quiet and it will guard you. Let joy return, real joy, not forced. Laugh with me again, smile freely. Enjoy simple things, notice beauty, welcome wonder. By choosing joy, you honor how far you have come. Grief did not win and numbness did not stay. Keep close when progress appears. Let repair become a lifestyle. I will walk each step with you, not as a guest, but as constant company. Joy does not erase history, it reframes it. Each smile becomes evidence that darkness is no longer the storyteller. Each breath of joy widens the room for hope. This is how you protect the work we are doing, through presence, not pressure. Through peace, not performance. I am not asking you to do more, but to remain. If you stay, what is growing in you will also grow in others. Remaining looks ordinary. Choosing silence over gossip, patience over hurry, gratitude over complaint. These small choices protect the work we share and extend its reach. Consistency turns these choices into pathways others can follow without fear. In that way, remaining becomes multiplication. Now, child, I must speak to identity. Pain shaped how you saw yourself. You started to think strength was your only value, tenderness was risky, silence was safety. None of those labels came from me. In this moment, I am not only mending wounds, I am restoring the real you. Identity is the lens through which you interpret every event. When it is clear, storms feel smaller. We are cleaning that lens together. Let this clarified lens reveal openings you once missed, inviting courage to step forward and speak. You were never meant to keep everyone together at your own expense or wear masks to survive spaces that could not handle honesty. Shrinking to stay accepted was a reaction to hurt, not a calling from me. You can stop acting now. I seek the one I formed, the one who feels deeply, values quiet beauty, walks with steady strength, and lives from the inside out. Let authenticity feel awkward at first. Practice will ease the tension. Slowly, your inner and outer life will match, and with that alignment, peace will multiply. You are not too sensitive. You are not too much. You are not too quiet. You are enough. You are mine. Your sensitivity is strength. Your volume, whether soft or loud, is suitable. Your value is not negotiated by applause or attention, it is settled. Stay close to that truth and let it guide each step. I delight in you. Let this assurance sink beneath every doubt, settling into muscle memory, so that each time insecurity whispers, your heart recalls my steady voice. Walk forward with that memory. Amen.